So define your population, ask them what's wrong with it. Thirdly, ask them what they're going to do about it. Their problem, their solution. As a doctor with the white coat, I want to be in charge, right? I'm taught the whole time I'm in school. I'm the top of the team. I'm team leader. That's what we always say around here, team leader. You cannot be in charge of a problem that's not yours. My solution to their problem would most likely miss the mark. And again, as soon as I move on, my solution would stop. As soon as there's an end of cheerleading, the solution ends. So you've got to figure out a way that it's their solution so that they incorporate it into the fabric of their neighborhood. So that after you leave, it continues, of course. This is 101. But again, doctors never do this because it takes time. And it leads in directions which doctors get very uncomfortable. Let's go back to hunger. I know nothing about hunger. I never learned about hunger. So how can I make a solution to hunger? Well, let's go to ask the community. What do they say? Well, they want to do food pantry stuff. I don't know anything about food pantries. I'm very uncomfortable all of a sudden. How can I be in charge of food pantries? How can I be in charge of food deliveries, food systems? They want to do community gardening. I don't know anything about community gardening. I'm getting anxious, right? Just trying to get into stuff that I don't know anything about. Yet, you know what? If you just take a bearing on where the big prize lies, then you step back and say, okay, I don't need to know anything about it. I can rally people that do know something about it. Because by virtue of my white coat, people listen to me. I can claim the high ground. I can claim moral clarity. And I can say, look, we've got a hunger problem in River West. And do you believe me when I say I can go and pick up my phone and get an editor to the Journal Sentinel on the line right now? Of course. Because all I have to do is say, this is Dr. Sanders calling. And I have a very important thing I need to talk to the editor about. Now, it's not my last name which is important. It's that first initial, doctor, which gets the attention. And consequently, I can be an advocate and a town crier for the problem and attract other resources and other people to do the solution. And as a physician, advocacy is one of our greatest roles. And we always talk about that. We give such lip service. But this is a real way that we can do it. So you get into these problems which you know nothing about. And after all, we're talking about social determinants here. And all of medical school and all of residency is about interventions at a tertiary stage. So we clinically are very adept at the tertiary interventions, the clinical interventions. But when you get into social determinism, then all of a sudden, again, we're fish out of water. But it doesn't mean we have lost that societal granted mantle of respect. And we need to wear that responsibly. Right? So, their problem, their solution. That's number 3.